What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Hawk, and I have some big news for you guys regarding the Xbox One. And it has been confirmed that it is the Xbox One and not the Xbox 720 like everyone expected. And I apologize if any of you are insulted by this title, if you are longtime Microsoft fans or Xbox 360 fans. But I'm gonna start this off by saying I've owned two Xbox 360s. One of them, Red Rings of Death. The other one was like 2 months old, and I sold it as soon as I could because I wanted a reliable console. Bought a PS3 Slim, and it's lasted me 3 years. No issues, nothing at all. So let's get right into this commentary. So sit tight, and let's just go through these things step by step. Now, number one, a few things that gamers are going to have an issue with, just based upon what they've revealed so far, is that it has a non-removable hard drive. So there's no way you can get in there. It's not user accessible. It's no way you can go and swap in your own hard drive to upgrade the memory, to upgrade, the space for all the games that you're gonna have. And we don't know the life cycle of this game. So is it a console? Sorry, not a game. Is it gonna last for 6 years, 7 years? Approaching 10 years? Like how old the Xbox 360 and the current gen PS3 is. I mean, there's no way you can change it, so you're pretty much locked into the 500 gigabyte version when it's released, or whatever other version they have. And they do say that you have 3 USB 3.0 ports, which allow you to add external memory. But the thing is, you're gonna have to go and spend another $60 or $40 to $60 on a 320, maybe 500 gigabyte external hard drive, and that's more cost that it puts on you. So that in and of itself doesn't allow for any upgradable, abilities. So that's a fail. Good job, Microsoft. You failed on that one. Now, another thing is you have to install the games directly on the hard drive in order to play. This is something that has been confirmed. This is something that everyone, had heard around the community, heard around the news, different news videos about it. But we now know this is the case. So, say for example, you're going over to a friend's house with your copy of Call of Duty Ghosts, for example, and you will not be able to play online or install the game at all if you do not sign in to your account. So, they're pretty much, this is a war on pirated games, a war on piracy, and they're trying to nip it in the bud as soon as possible so they don't have any issues in its lifetime. This is pretty much stopping pirated games completely, stopping modded controllers, or not modded controllers, sorry, modded Xboxes, and pretty much you cannot buy a game and install it on a whole bunch of friends' accounts and expect to only buy one game between like 5 of you guys. Nope, you gotta go buy your own copy. It's locked to your console, and there's no way other than signing in that you'll be able to share. And even in that case, you won't be able to share, so there's no point. Now, listen carefully on this one. So it has been designed for customers in order to trade in and resell their games. Designed. Now, it did not say that this has been an unlocked feature, which means, yes, EB Games, there's an option that they may be able to sell your games back to EB Games and GameStop and such, but it has not been unlocked at this point in time. So it's kind of a way of cutting out the middleman, or cutting out EB Games that makes profit off the resale of games. So going back to a couple months ago, not even a couple months, a couple of weeks ago, EA announced that they will stop the online passes completely. So if you bought a copy of Battlefield 3, not the Battlefield 3 Premium, but just the basic version of it, and you picked it up for like, say, $19.99, $25.99, or like $29, you take it home and you're expecting to play multiplayer. You're so excited to level up, you're so excited to enjoy destructible environments and all that kind of jazz and stuff, and then you realize, oh, I gotta have an online pass, and it charges you $9.99, and you're like, well, what the hell is this? Well, they've completely done away with the online pass for both what games do they have it for? They had it for Medal of Honor Warfighter as well as Battlefield 3, so they're completely done away with that. And they've realized that it's really pissed consumers off, so they're not going to go with that kind of, option anymore. Now, let's just get into the incompatibility with Xbox 360 games. So as we expect, it's not going to be backwards compatible, which is understandable in the case of it's using a whole new set of chip processors, and the graphics cards are probably going to be a little bit different and not really wired for earlier gen games. So in terms of that, I'm expecting that. So you probably should keep your old console. Don't go and trade it in. Just hold on to it. Just because if there's games that you really enjoy on it, why get rid of them? With my other earlier console I wanted to trade in everything in just to get a PS3. I actually traded in a PSP and everything like that just to get one. And looking back on it, I kind of wish that I held on to the PSP and, hold on to your consoles. Don't go and trade them in. Don't go and trade in your games for crappy resale value. It's better to sell your games used than to trade them in, because you're going to get a higher value for them. Yes, it's going to take you a little bit longer in order to find a buyer on whether it's Craigslist, Kijiji, or any other site like that, but you're going to get a higher bang for your dollar if you do that kind of thing. So everything's been, most of the things have been laid out there. There are some voice commands and there are new Kinect capabilities. They said that they refined it, so it's much more responsive. It picks up more, of your actions and such. But just my general opinion, for FPS games, I don't see them really implementing stuff with the Kinect that's going to interest me. So I'm not really interested about the Xbox Kinect. I don't know about you guys. Now let me just get to the nitty gritty of what I'm trying to say. Overall, for this conference, wasn't impressed whatsoever, and there's nothing that really excites me about the Xbox One. It pretty much looks like a VCR with voice commands, and it plays a couple games. That's what it looks like to me. They could have done so much more to make it visually appealing. Maybe go somewhat with the Xbox 360 Slim, the black version Elite, go with something like that and just make it look sleeker from that. But they completely made it look like a DVR or a VCR for that case, and I'm not really hyped up about the way it looks. And I'm just gonna say, Sony is up by 1. That's the score right now. I'm keeping track, and the score is Sony 1, Xbox none. So pretty much, the only way Xbox is gonna be able to come back from this is through E3 when if they release some good content at E3, which is going to be June 10th. If they can release some good content for their games, they can get back in the arena, they can get back in the octagon and throw some punches at Sony. But right now, Sony is in the lead. They had their conference over a month ago. It wasn't the best, but it left you in anticipation, wondering what the console was going to look like. In myself, it frustrated me because I never got to see what it looked like. All they did was reveal the controller. But I was really hyped up to see what the console itself looked like. So overall, in my opinion, I'm not impressed. If you guys have any opinions or any, you just want to discuss about the new console, leave some comments down below. I repeat, leave some comments down below. I love reading comments from you guys in terms of your feedback and what you think about the video and what you think about the Xbox One. So I wasn't at work. I was at work, so I wasn't able to get all the details about it. But I've just done some research, watched a couple videos, and overall, Xbox One is gonna have to dig themselves out of a hole. So what they can do is maybe try to work on doing the things that it does well in terms of their features. Maybe they have some new membership deals. Maybe they have where your Xbox Live is cheaper than what it is now. Maybe it's $40 a year, or you know, maybe they have subscription plans where you can pay $199 and then pay monthly for the rest of the console. Maybe that's something they can do. Or maybe they can bundle it with maybe 1 or 2 games at launch. Not just 1, but 2 games, and maybe that would entice some gamers. Anyways, I'm sticking with Sony. I'll talk to you guys later, and peace.